All right, I wanted to do a recording here, and this one's type of freestyle kind of. I I had an idea come to my mind, and I was like, usually I'll think about an idea, and then I'll flush it out, and then I might even leave it alone, and then come back to it, and then if it flushes out more, then I'll be like, all right, I'll record it. But this idea just popped into my mind, and I'm gonna go ahead and just record it because I started thinking about it, and it was like, man, these are some cool thoughts. So let me go ahead and put it down. Um, Appreciate you, YouTube, and I appreciate all your listeners. I appreciate YouTube because you can just put stuff down and record it, man, and like anyone can access it if they have the code. You feel me? Like the access code, the website or the address, and it's all they need is the YouTube link. You know what I'm saying? And then now it's like, bam, there you go. I mean, anything and everything, and I've learned so much just by being on there. So thank you again, YouTube. This is the American Pimp Star 420. 420 degrees. That's 7 days a week. Jose Cantone. Joey is loyal. Joey loyal. Top today, long way around, is about success. And when people, when guys, I'm a guy, obviously. When we walk into a room, that's a paraphrase. You know, I mean, that just means the beginning. You know what I mean? Like when we walk into a room and people, the first thing people look at when they see us, they they are looking at our success rate when they look at us. That is what they're not looking if you look good or not. That's a part of success. They're not looking if you got a big butt or nothing like that. Uh, there's girls who had big butts that look like losers. You know what I'm saying? They look unsuccessful. You know what I'm saying? So what a success is basically when you were in a winning scenario and you basically weren't didn't lose. Uh, and what it feels like to lose is basically is actually the essence of the word is to lose something. Um, Losing someone or someone steal your stuff or if you ever got your stuff stolen, um, that feels real bad. Um, so if you got your stuff stolen, then you lost it. So you lost on that one. So if that happens more and more to where you went after the girl, you didn't get her. You tried to get the job, you didn't get it. These these things keep happening. Disappointments. There we go. These disappointments. If you've had a bunch of disappointments, more than you've had achievements, that means you attained something you wanted. You aimed, you shot, and you hit the target. That's an achievement. Uh, and a disappointment is when you didn't hit the target and you ran out of bullets and you can't try no more. Now you don't have any hits, so and you have that as a memory. So um, I determine I look for success a lot, uh, you know, and that's how I can feel like equal. That's one thing that makes me feel equal. Um, it's like, am I winning enough? Like, am I doing okay? Like in my position. Um, like I fly a sign on the corner asking people for money, and but I'm successful still. Like I have that air of success about me. I see people ride by in trucks, you know, Mercedes, Audis. They look um, like they have money, and but I look in their face and they don't have any confidence. They don't have any wins. You know what I'm saying? They look like they look like someone who done well. You know what I mean? Like like somebody who's passed a test or something like that, or someone who, if the government was like, we're giving away $10,000 to families with two people or more, and then they were like, oh, okay, man, let me get on that, and they filled the paperwork out and waited and followed all the instructions. Then they got the 10,000. Then they bought the Audi. You know what I'm saying? And then they saved 1,000 and invested it. Then they got the job. You know. So it's like they just look smart. They don't look like they look smart, meaning like they didn't put their hand in the fire. Kind of, kind of look. They don't look like entrepreneurs or cavaliers or anything like that. And even the people who do look like that, uh, they're still not as confident as I am. And even people who think this is interesting, just coming to mind. I'm so glad I recorded this now, like on the fly. The people who think, and I've been there, arrogant, that they have a bunch of wins, and then they ain't really lost recently, and they're not really used to losing. They're not even thinking about a loss because they're that air that they got going on, that it's a complacency of success. Arrogance is it's when you just haven't lost enough. You've won. You could have lost yesterday, but the wins have got you in a, a you're in a habit of winning. So it's like once you get in that habit, and it's like you don't even you just feel like you're a champion. You know, you just feel like I'm a winner. I'm a win. You feel me? Like I'm on my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm thinking about what to do with the money. I'm not. The loser's thinking about what if I get the money. You know what I'm saying? Man, what if I win? The winner's like, you know what I'm saying? He's already spent the money from the winnings. You know what I'm saying? He's already on to the next level in his mind. In the journey because he's been there or whatnot. So when you walk into a room, people are looking. They look at you and they see that air about you, and it's your aura. It's not. I would say it's not your aura, but it it works with your aura, or it pervades through the aura or something like that. You can see it through the aura. What's on your shoulder, you know, and like, but you walk with it. You walk with that air, like that gate. It's kind of, is it your gate? I'm trying to like keep the airwaves going, not be quiet, but but I think it is caught in your gate, your air, you know, and so that's what people will see. And one thing when people look at you, that's what they're seeing. They're seeing your success rate versus your loss rate, and that's just your how many times uh, you've achieved versus how many times you've been disappointed, and that's it. That's it. And if you've achieved more than you've been disappointed, then you are a winner. You you have confidence. You're not afraid to try. You're sure. You know what the finish line looks like. You know what the goal is. You've hit the mark before, and now you're gonna hit it again. That's what you're thinking. I mean, sure, someone who's got more experience can come shake you up and get you to the point where you're like, well, maybe I might not get it this time, and that's what they wanted you to think, you know what I'm saying? Because they've been there, they lost their way of getting psyched out. Now it's just like sport, you know, when you have a competitor. That's what a challenge is a sport. Um, so um, yeah, I just wanted to put that down. Um, and I thought about myself in that way. Uh, like I said, I think about that on a daily. Sometimes when I haven't won in a while, I'll be like, damn, you know, my air is, what I'm saying? My air is going down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to walk in the air of success again, So let me get there. And what it is just a balancing. It's just because that's the goal. That's the victory, is to have it all. And the only way you can do that is by balance. Is by balancing it all. You can't go grab it all. You can't wait for it all. Some things you gotta grab. Some things you gotta wait for. And the way you can get the things you grab and get the things you gotta wait for is you have to have balance. You have to balance, maintain that balance through patience and different strategies people have come up with throughout life, how to maintain uh, balance, because that's how you can have everything sitting on the table, is by balance. Like, you know, you have to balance them so they sit. Everything sits on there. And if you don't think about it like that, and you just try to stack everything as high as you can get it, or as heavy as you can get it, or as fresh, have everything as fresh as you can get it, or have everything, um, you know, uh, have antiques, have everything be antiques. Just the whole process of um, trying to attain what you believe you want, and not understanding that satisfaction is achieved uh, through the attainment of abundance, and abundance is in the moment. It's it's um it's full. It overflows. So um, so yeah, that's what balance is, and that's how you have everything. That's how you have abundance. Is you have to put everything in there in the right way, and so you can have it all, and you achieve that through balancing. And and success is a part of that. Um, and failure will be the things falling off the table because they fell out of balance. The table broke because you stacked it too much. You know what I'm saying? It fell over because you stacked it too high. Blah blah blah. So you just every day just maintain that core. And some things will pull you and push you from the core, but the core is where the center is, and the center is how you can balance all things. By being in the center, kind of like on the top, or spinning on the top. You know what I mean? And you have to spin correctly and learn how to maintain that balance. That open hand and that closed hand, and go through life like that with abundance. Um, so yeah, just wanted to make that discourse there on success. And people see that when they first look at you, how strong you are, and all that is your success rate. That's it. How much confidence you've attained, how much victory you've smelled. And even if you had to fight for your wins, you know what I'm saying, or struggle, or you've had a bunch of losses, and then you came back and won a bunch, you know, i the end result is still the same. Are you gonna pick your head up when you come in the room, or are you gonna look down? Are you gonna pick your head up when it's time to pick it up? Are you gonna leave when you see arrogance? How balanced are you? The people that are arrogant, that I see sometimes when I'm on the corner, they'll look at me, like I was saying, that complacency of arrogance. They'll look at me, and I'm a winner, so I know, and I've been challenged as well, and I still won. I'm still a champion after the challenge. So they'll look at me in that. Usually arrogance is when people haven't been challenged, or they just taking that win for granted, or like it's a habit for them to win, so it's not like a success. It's not a victory to them. But um, they'll look at me, and then I'll see that air, like they didn't expect to see what they did when they looked at me. And then I'll look off to give them a chance to not keep staring. some people are stubborn, and they'll be trapped in that stare. Like when they hit a brick wall, they'll be like, I'm not hurt. You know what I'm saying? They'll look at me, and I'll look at them like I'm the real deal. And then they'll look at me, and then they'll be like, so, like if they're caught in that stubbornness, they'll be like, so, all that, and then they'll just start to try to examine me for a flaw. Or the people that are wise, that I'll give them the look back like I'm the real deal. They'll look off. They'll see that reality, and then that I'm stronger than them. I have more wins than them. I know what a loss is. I can see you coming. You know, they'll kindly and politely look away and go about their day. Go about what they're doing. And then sometimes I'll look away, and then the stubborn people will look away once I look away, because they won't be engaged, in that conflict. So yeah, um, I'm not arrogant now, thank the Father, but I am up on my success rate. Um, and you can have a successful life if you just maintain the core, and go to your core about who you are, your center, and from that center cockpit, you'll be able to ascertain, all things from basically all things. That's how you can see all things. It's from that center, like skybox, from that center point. All right. This is Jose Ken, American Film Star 420. Come out to PNWC 97103 for the 2022. It looked like 2023. All right. More later. Peace.